It's Wednesday. What are you reading Wednesday? Let me know in the comments because I'm nosy. Not you, Wednesday. What are you reading? Although Wednesday Adams is probably reading books that would make us ordinary readers consider our life choices, and maybe this week so am I. So let me know what you're reading in the comments. My name is Jim. This is my channel, Books, Reading and Stuff. Aaron, did you start East of Eden? That's one of my favourite books of all time. It's one of the few books I actually reread. Carolyn, have you started Breakfast at Tiffany's? Are you enjoying it? This book I've been meaning to read for a while. It's on my want to read list, but I've never managed to get to it. Julie, you started The Count of Monte Cristo. You said you're at 9%. What percentage are you at now? It's a massive book, a real mammoth of a book. And Nicole, I know you have a puppy, but have you been able to read anything more about Queen Boudica? I should read more about Boudica and the ancient Britons. It's a gap in my history. Let me know in the comments what you're all reading. Let's start a conversation in the comments. What am I reading? As you know, I've been looking through this, Metamorphosis and Other Stories. I put up videos about two of the stories, In the Penal Colony and A Hunger Artist. Now I'm reading the title story here, Metamorphosis. If anybody has never read Kafka and wants to start Kafka, Metamorphosis is where I'd recommend you begin, because it's a completed story. His novels like The Trial, The Castle, America, these were never finished, but he finished many short stories, and of these I think the best, also the longest, but it's only about 50 or 60 pages, is Metamorphosis. It's about this travelling salesman who wakes up and finds himself transformed into a giant insect, sometimes translated as a beetle, sometimes as a cockroach. In German, it's just vermin. It's a fascinating story, and it's not really fantasy. It's more absurd, existential humour in a way. I heard that when Kafka read it to his friends, he would be bursting into laughter. He has a very strange sense of humour. He's a very strange guy, was Franz Kafka, but he wrote some fascinating stories. I imagine Wednesday would approve of Metamorphosis with its dark humour. I'm also reading House of Mirth by Edith Wharton, set at the beginning of the 20th century. It's a book about manners, about etiquette, and about the downfall of Lily Bart, which I found quite similar in many ways to this book, 13 Reasons Why. I read them. I finished this a few days ago, and I've been reading House of Mirth, and there's a lot of similarity in the Gilded Age in New York at the turn of the century. There was this high society, everybody was watching everybody else, and here in the high school, everybody is watching Hannah Baker, and the downfall of both Lily Bart in House of Mirth and Hannah Baker is not because there's one big monster or one, but just the accumulation of many small things which build up and bring about the demise of the protagonist. House of Mirth is obviously far more layered than 13 Reasons Why. It's a classic for a reason, and I'm really enjoying it. Yesterday was Georgian Independence Day, 26th of May. I should be reading more Georgian books. I had The Night in the Panther Skin by Shota Rustaveli, the Georgian Hamlet, if you will. It's an epic poem from the 12th century. It's been translated into English by Coffin. The translation got an award. It's in the original Persian quatrain style, but I haven't been reading it. I should also be reading books in Georgian, and my level of Georgian is like the picture books. I haven't picked this up in the last week. I really should have. I also have this book about Vikings. Vikings didn't have horns, but this is a fun book. It's a pop-up book and it's got some short Georgian text. I like the pop-ups, but I haven't got very far with the text. Have you read books in another language, particularly at a beginner's level? How did you approach that? And how was the experience? Let me know in the comments. I did pick up this briefly in the week, The Voyage of the Beagle by Charles Darwin. If you've been following these What Are You Reading Wednesday videos, you'll know I started this way back in November for non-fiction November. I'm now on page 206 of 452. So I'm not even halfway yet. He's been talking about the Tierra del Fuegans, these people that live in the bottom of Tierra del Fuego, the indigenous people. And he's saying like the perfect equality among the individuals composing the Fuegan tribes must for a long time retard their civilization. As we see, those animals whose instinct compels them to live in society and obey a chief are most capable of improvement. Interesting. He's quite critical of a lot of the Aboriginal populations and the places he visits. But he's also formulating his idea, which will become the origin of the species and from where we get the term Darwinism. So that's what I'm reading. Let me know what you're reading in the comments. Let's have a conversation. If you enjoyed this video, you can give it a thumbs up. This will help me with the YouTube algorithm. And I will see you soon, maybe next Wednesday.